Yeah.
Sam, here's Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, meet Sam.
Hi, Josh.
Very, very nice to meet you. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
you as well.
it's. I mean, we are super famous for this podcast, so it's
I know.
pretty big honor to be on here. So we are thrilled to have you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam spent Saturday afternoon, evening, and Sunday morning in Northfield.
Yeah, I heard you guys made a little pub crawl.
Yeah, it was amazing. Very fun.
Absolutely. I was jealous I wasn't able to join. I managed to have a few beers of my own down here in Stewartville and Rochester. So we hosted a lovely, my I guess cousin-in-law was a Georgia alumni. So we had not like a party, but we had enough food for a party at our house for the Georgia-Tennessee game last week, and it was amazing.
That sounds awesome. I'm sure, yeah, plenty of beers.
A lot of beers, a lot of food, a lot of sliders, and good old fashioned. I can't believe we didn't pick that. Well, you didn't choose that game last week, Dad, between Georgia and Tennessee.
I know. Well, why did we pick Kansas?
Well, because the guest picker was from Kansas, which is fair enough. Sam, where did you go to school? What picking are we doing this week for you?
Duluth.
Well, that doesn't help, Dad. You went to Winona. I went to Winona. You went to Duluth.
Whatever. Minnesota, not Wisconsin. I saw that. Not Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, then you're good to go. You can stay as long as you want then.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And same as we talked about Saturday, Sam, will be when we do the picks, you go first, and you got the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Okay. And
before we get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, wait, what?
For all those lovely YouTube viewers, Dad, you definitely need to give them the intro that they're all waiting for.
Bam.
Oh my God. Wow.
Sam, what do you think of that intro?
That was amazing.
Oh, I don't think one guest has ever said anything besides amazing, spectacular.
I mean, what are we supposed to say? That was terrible, Dean.
That was awful.
Hence why Sam and I get along so well. I have to introduce
sarcasm is real. Yeah.
I got to introduce our guest picker. We used to be colleagues. Mm-hmm. Now we're just brew hall road testing drinking buddies.
Yeah.
Sam Jacobson from Southview and Minneapolis has the coolest house in southern Minneapolis right now. Sorry, Greg's. It is really cool. So welcome, Sam.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, not to put you on the spot early, but I came up with this question last week and I really liked it because they just took off and ran. So as you know, we are professional sports pickers. Mm-hmm. Whether you know it or not, we're professionals, and you being on here makes you a professional. But I want to hear, why are you a professional sports team picker? What background, what knowledge do you have that makes you a pro?
You know, I grew up trying all the sports.
Everyone.
I was terrible at all of them. Got to college and I was like, ultimate frisbee, that's cool.
Sure.
I got really into ultimate frisbee, and now it's like a real sport. So that's great.
It is very much a real sport.
I was college captain of the women's team.
Serious?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
My background is just, three seasons on this show. So you think I get better over the years, but maybe one of these times.
Sam, you can tell the story better than if I do. You have two other sisters. One of them works with us.
Yeah.
I'm still part of the team, but I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Worked with us at Southview. Your name and how your dad twisted it to what he wanted.
My middle name?
No, you all your first names.
Oh yeah, it's Sam, Danny, and Alex, but we go by Sam, Dan, and Al. He was hoping for three little boys, but he got three little girls. So yeah, that's that.
Now I don't know about the middle name. What's that?
Oh, we're all they're all, he loves to say gas giants. Moons of gas giants. So they're all moons of planets in our solar system.
Oh,
so
I'm like
science
gas
teacher.
Yeah, but that's how he loved to say it, especially, you know, when our friends came in like middle school, like, yeah, my daughters are gas giants, which is super
super
great.
cool because
Super great, Dad.
everyone thinks moons when they hear
Yeah.
gas giant.
Mhm. So mine was supposed to be Callisto, and my mom's like, that's okay. So it's Callie.
Okay.
And then there's Ilara and Ariel.
That is,
Wow.
I was gonna say that's nerdy, yes. Cool,
Yes.
also yes. Like mine's John. My grandpa's was John. Many more people John. You, gas giant.
Yeah, gas giant.
Yes,
Great.
our process was that if we got to when Alex was born, Kathy got the first name, I got the middle, and then when Josh was born, I got the first name and she got the middle name. So we were just a roll of the dice that they went together.
I guess so.
So I picked Josh. Boy, that was a turnover.
I don't know. Some
Yeah,
people
solid.
I get 50-50. People are like, you don't look like a Josh at all. Like people at work have told me, or like patients at work. So I'm like, okay. And I want to snap back and just be like, you don't look like a Diana, but that wouldn't be professional.
I say stuff like that all the time to my clients. Yeah.
You're I wish. All
Okay,
right.
there we go.
Where are you
Okay.
off to?
So looking at last week,
Not our best, not our worst.
it was the spreads came to haunt, and not just the spreads, but the wins. Purdue decided not to show up and play. Illinois decided not to, and with that, the overall standings. I slipped back a bit. If you notice, whatever Josh gets, the guest will get, Sam.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at us. Look at us go. Like, that's pretty good. Because Sam, I'm in the lead right now. The guests are surely behind me.
Yeah,
so,
I love it.
Yeah, that's great. I do want to say one thing yesterday, Dad. I had the opportunity of actually just kind of sitting around, not doing much, and look at all the scores of college football. The 11 o'clock games, I was 1 for 5. And
Ooh.
you were 0 for 5. And I'm like, this is a bad start to a Saturday.
Oh, it was an awful start.
Yeah. Boy, did things, because like Minnesota won, thank goodness, but they didn't cover. OSU barely, like nothing was going well. And I'm like, this is going to be a disaster. So it turned around, 4 for 8 after starting 1 for 5. Not bad.
Yeah, Sam's gonna bring us good luck this week.
I hope so.
Okay, Sam.
Okay.
Gas giant.
Yeah.
Gas
Great.
giant. yeah, you're gonna regret saying that.
Yeah.
Before we go, Alex, which one is she?
I always get the Disney princess and hers mixed up.
Oh,
Ariel's the Disney princess, right? So it's Ariel.
Ariel.
Is her middle name.
yeah.
That's
Gas giant A.
Yeah, gas giant A. Gas giant C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Got that covered. Got the
Great.
science segment of the show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Purdue is 3-3 in the conference. At top in the Big Ten West. Illinois 4-2, both coming off of losses. Illinois is picked by 6.5, Sam.
Yeah. I'm taking Illinois for sure.
Why?
Cause
Yeah, because
don't always need explanations. Just gotta go with your
they're
gut
supposed to
sometimes.
win. Do you see the spread?
Okay. Captain
No.
Obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed in Purdue's performance against Iowa last week. And I do think Illinois is better than Iowa. Maybe they'll bounce back, but I think Illinois, they're going to want to slam home their overall title in the Big Ten West. I'm going to go Illinois as well, winning and covering. Good pick, Sam.
I used to give O'Connell, the quarterback from Purdue, so much kudos, but now he's on a interception process, and
Not a good one.
they are number 98 in the country in turning the ball over.
Okay.
I'm stalling because the algorithm doesn't agree with what I want.
See, Sam, I said this last episode, and I will say it again. I hate repeating myself, but my dad has this almighty algorithm that he claims is good to choose who's going to win, and he has the spread and everything. So theoretically, Dean has the answers to all the games.
Yeah.
Now,
I thought you were losing.
yeah, algorithm sucks, apparently.
It
Yeah,
just needs more data. It needs more data.
so much.
Okay, the algorithm has Illinois by 5.5.
Great.
That
There you go. There's your answer.
So there it is. I'm going Illinois to win, but they will not cover.
All right. See, one of these times we're too far gone in the season now. But once you have your algorithm data points, it would be interesting. You just go with it. You can talk football all you want, but go with every
Okay.
algorithm pick and let's put it to the test. But we're too far gone, so
Yeah.
you can go with your gut if you want to.
Okay. Rutgers, two teams at the bottom of the Big Ten
Yeah.
East. Rutgers at Michigan State, although Michigan State, huge upset, especially coming
Yes.
off of the Michigan game. Michigan State is picked by 10 at Sam. Well, I don't know. This one's the spread is interesting.
If I pick Michigan State, I'll get in trouble by my college roommate, so I have to pick Rutgers.
Okay.
Ooh. I was
Hates Michigan State. Hates.
why? She
She's from Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was probably like a Wolverine fan as
Yeah.
opposed to Sparty.
No, one of them.
I can respect that. That's a good reason. You know, you don't need to upset other people if you don't have
No,
to.
definitely not.
Oh man. I'm gonna go. Michigan State's hot right now. They play tough against a very good Michigan team. They beat a good Illinois team last week. I'm always worried about the hangover effect, you know, when a team upsets another team, but I think they're hot. I think they're staying hot. Maybe they're figuring their stuff out. Let's go Michigan State to win and cover. Taking another over. It hasn't bit me in the butt that much yet.
This game really kind of throws me because when I was looking at the scores on Saturday, early in the second half, Rutgers was up 17-14 on Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So they were ahead. They won the first half.
Correct.
Michigan from there finished with 52 points.
And did Rutgers not score anything after that?
No, 52-17 was the final.
That's
Ooh.
the longevity of that team. A little scary.
I don't have confidence in either of these two teams.
No, definitely not. Michigan State has been very inconsistent.
So I'm Sam. I'm with you. I'm going Rutgers. The algorithm has Michigan State by 5.5.
There
So
you
that's
go.
definitely less than 10.
You
So
have
is this like a secret algorithm? I don't get it. Like you're just like,
explain it, Dad. Because you know it better than I do. I'm just gonna sit back and drink Busch Light.
Wait, Dean, is this going to be long? Should we just go to the next one?
No, it'll be real quick. I
Okay.
just take the things that I have over the years, and the categories are wins,
Mhm.
strength of schedule, total offense, total defense, how many times you're penalized, red zone offense, turnovers, and scoring, and then it
Those aren't
mushes it
bad.
together and gives you a rating.
Yep.
Here's the math segment.
Yes.
That's the math
All
segment.
right.
Exactly.
We didn't
So-
lose the art teacher, did we?
No.
So theoretically, the more games played, the more data points he has,
Mhm.
and theoretically, it should be more accurate.
Yeah. In theory.
In theory, but as we all know, with the overall leaderboard, it is not. Maybe my gut guessing is just that good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Enough on that. Let's go to the next one.
Enough.
Maryland is at Penn State. As we reflect on the last podcast, Josh, Maryland pooped their pants again and stung me on my picks.
Yeah.
Penn State is
I
picked by
I
10
picked
and a half.
Wisconsin. They went well, yeah.
Yeah. Sam, they're Penn State by 10 and a half. It's in Happy Valley.
Yeah, Penn State, home team. Easy.
Gosh, I was gonna say, the past 3 weeks leading up to this, I've been heavy picking the spread, like the team to cover. Last week was the first week that I was at 500. Other than that, it's been over. But I just don't think Maryland's. Maryland can definitely. They could almost straight up upset Penn State, but I think Penn State's going to be more consistent. They're going to have the home field advantage. I think they're going to win and cover. I'm taking another cover. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to be right with you two here. I got stung on Penn State. I get a little nervous because sometimes the algorithm doesn't give me what I want. It gave me what I wanted. Penn State, I've got Penn State by 2 touchdowns. That's more than 10 and a half.
Yeah. I think Penn State's home games are such a huge advantage. With previous episodes of Walker talking about their student section just being incredible. It's just loud. They're loud when the other team's on offense. They're quiet when their team's on, playing, moving the ball. It's crazy.
Yeah. Our friend of ours, Sam, went and said the only time people sit down is at halftime.
That's too much standing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be in the non-student section.
Oh, I was gonna say, even at Gopher games with Dad and I, we rarely sit down. It has to be a lull, a timeout, or something before we sit down. But I was gonna say, I think we're in a pretty good section, pretty active people.
We got a fun section.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but so be aware if he ever invites you to a Gopher game, you will be standing majority of the game.
Yeah.
I'll prepare.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how, some sort of, just don't sit down for all day work and at home.
Oh, wait, you could do that teaching.
Yeah, I never sit down. So that's great. Good practice.
What do you teach, by the way? Not to pause you, but I'm curious.
I teach art.
Okay. Oh gosh. I was gonna say you love it, but you guys make it look so easy, and I could give 150 to 200%, and it looks like absolute garbage.
So my emphasis was digital arts and photography.
Oh, I did like that.
Drawing is actually something I cannot do.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm an art teacher. People are like, "Can you draw my picture?" I'm like, "No."
I mean, I could, but it's gonna be bad.
It'll be terrible.
Yeah. I love the photography part of it. Because I remember in high school doing they gave us the whole hour. They're like, go around and try to take the most artsy photo you can. And we'll come back, we'll develop them. And we did it in the.
I hope that was the terminology they used with you. Take the most artsy photo you can. See you later.
Probably not, but that's how I took it. And I remember doing a photo shoot with just my dumpy Ford Tempo. And I'm like, I was treating it like it was a Ferrari. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah, let's get that wheelbase in there. And for the longest time, that car was with me for only like a year and a half, but I still had that black and white photo that I kept in my visor
Yeah.
of my new car just to remember, like, hey, remember where you came from. Now you're driving a Buick. Start at rags to riches here.
Coming
Yeah.
from the
8th grade's doing photography now, and they love
all right.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't have a dark room anymore. It's digital at the high school does, but we don't at the middle school, but they love it.
Okay. That is super cool though. I would be all for that.
Yeah, we'll save your Jeannie Hanslick science experiment, Josh.
Yeah. Not good. Anyways, back to the sports stuff that I can really fake that I'm good at.
Two teams going in opposite directions fast.
Yeah.
Nebraska coming off a loss to Minnesota, where they just plain and simply wanted to win less, against top 4 in the country, Michigan. Michigan is picked by 29, Sam. The spread's big on this one. Not the biggest of the games we're picking, but it's big.
Yeah, I'm taking Michigan. Now I have to do what my roommate would want, not want.
This roommate has a lot of sway in your pick.
I know.
Hopefully they're a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Dad, I gotta correct you. Michigan is actually still ranked number 5.
Oh, they're not in the top 4.
TCU.
That's right.
In there. Yeah. So little mix up. We got Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson number 3, and then TCU 4 with Michigan at 5. So sorry, that's the one stat correction. I looked at my phone today and I said, oh, look, there's the new top 4. But I'm gonna differ from the I was impressed with how Nebraska stuck with Minnesota. They stuck with them for 3 quarters, obviously ran out of steam, and the better team prevailed. But one thing I learned, because last week with Ohio State against Northwestern, now granted, they had horrible weather conditions. But that just outscoring a team 29 points in 60 minutes is so hard to do. That's why I don't think Michigan has that capacity. I think Nebraska is going to play them tough. They will lose, but Nebraska will prevent the spread.
Now the algorithm has Michigan by 39, and
well, it shows how much I know, Sam.
I'm going with Michigan simply because of where I started earlier when we were talking about the Rutgers game. They dropped 38 in the second half after being down by 3 on Rutgers. I don't think Nebraska is as good as Rutgers. Nebraska had what they thought was an outside chance to get to bowl eligible if they beat Minnesota. They got no chance. They're bagging it. Michigan's going to win. Michigan's going to cover.
That is going to be a sweet point. I think we'll see. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but I just don't think they're going to do it.
Northwestern, who played out of their heads to lose by only 14 to Ohio State last week at Minnesota. I'll be at the game with the Potts family. Minnesota is picked by 17.5.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Minnesota. True fan.
I can't seem to get the Minnesota game picks right this year. I'm on complete opposite sides. When they did win with a decent spread, I was like, no, they're not going to win. And then the week after, I said, you know what? They looked okay. They could do it. Let's pick them to win by that spread. Not even close. Here we are again with a not good team of Northwestern. It's at Minnesota. I mean, they're coming off of 2 wins. Yippee skippy, good for them. but I can't pick Minnesota to win by 18. They're going to win the game, but I'm going to go Northwestern on this one. I just don't think Minnesota's offense is that consistent at that capacity to win by 18 points. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
Minnesota was one reception away from covering last week, and I don't know who's going to be starting at quarterback. Kyle Manis did an outstanding job to rally them in the second half. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. I'm with you, Minnesota. Ibrahim is just so good. 17 straight games, holding the record in the current record NCAA for going over 100 yards. He will have 18. Minnesota will win. Minnesota will cover.
All right. I hope so. I love seeing Minnesota do well. It's just I'm in my own head with Minnesota. Like they have a great game and they cover, and I'm like, oh, I should probably pick them, and then they don't. And I'm mixing it up this week.
The tightest game on our schedule, Wisconsin at Iowa, both teams coming off of wins. Wisconsin is picked by 1.5 on the road down in Carver Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm always against Wisconsin, so I'm picking Iowa.
Oh goodness. Are you from Minnesota as well, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's just born and raised.
Yeah.
Don't like Wisconsin.
Nope, hate Wisconsin.
Yeah, I respect that. I once dated a girl that went to Wisconsin. Then I thought I liked them, but let me tell you, girls are.
I was like, she was the worst.
Just nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. So, lesson learned. This is tough. Gosh, is Iowa going to play again great at home? Maybe.
They totally shut down Purdue. 20.
They absolutely crushed it. Yeah.
At Purdue.
Yeah. So I think they're going to bring that momentum. I'm going to go with Sam on this one. I'm having a hard time picking Wisconsin. Let's go Iowa to just win, which means obviously preventing the spread. Let's go Hawkeyes.
Yeah, this one, the algorithm has Iowa winning by 0.5 point. Now I'm still not sure how they
don't know if that's possible.
How they pull that off, but I'm going to go with you all. I think Iowa is going to win. I think Mertz is going to have a tough time throwing the ball against that Iowa defense.
Yeah, I was going to say they were very, very impressive last week. If they can build, I don't think it's going to be a close game. I think they'll win by 10 points. But we all know that it's college football. You never know. It's just so wishy-washy. So I hope Iowa wins just again to spite Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is trying and digging in. They want to take care of a bowl bid and a decent bowl bid. And so, they're hanging in there. Okay. Jumping ahead, Indiana, 3 wins at Ohio State at the Horseshoe, 9-0 Ohio State. OSU's picked by 40.
That's a lot, right? So they have to win by 40.
That is a lot. But they are very good. They are number 2 ranked in the country, but they played Northwestern. The spread was 38, Sam, and they only won by 14. So they didn't even come close. They were 24 points off the spread last week against Northwestern. So here you are again.
Yeah.
A bad team playing a great team, but that spread is ridiculous. They have to.
I mean, I think Ohio's going to win, but I'm not taking them by 40.
Right. So, yeah. I'm with you. I was going to say this when we put it into perspective.
That's crazy.
Ohio State has to score a touchdown and a field goal more than Indiana every quarter to cover that spread. And I'm like, that's outrageous. Ohio State's, they're going to win by a lot, but 40 points is ridiculous. And I mean, it's somewhat of a rival game in my eyes. Indiana obviously hates Ohio State just like everyone else.
Mhm.
So I am going to go Indiana preventing the spread of Ohio State's 40 points.
Yeah, this one, I feel bad because I love both of you, but this is going to be a steal for me. Ohio, the algorithm has it by 46.5. The difference between Indiana and Northwestern is it was horrible conditions in Chicago. And also Northwestern is very deliberate, very ball control. Indiana, they like to air it out with a very bad offense. They're going to give Ohio State a lot of chances to score. OSU will win, and they're going to cover by a lot.
We'll see. I hate Ohio State. Interesting enough, I've talked about, he's not really a neighbor, but he is a house in my neighborhood that I always complain about that always flies an Ohio State flag. It was up the first half of the year, has not been up around. And I don't know if there's nothing to be disappointed about. He's got the number 2 team in the country, but I often wonder, why is he not flying? I mean, I make fun of him every time, but why is he not flying his Ohio State stupid flag in Stewartville, Minnesota? I do not know, but just in case you guys were wondering, he does not fly it anymore. And I wonder.
I was looking for it last week and didn't see it.
I told you, you were here last week. It's always on that corner.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I didn't see any moving trucks. So now I'm going to have to do some detective work.
Sam, what we've found out over the years is we've traveled to different places and stuff. Doesn't matter, like it happens in Arizona when we enter Quail Run, as soon as you turn into our neighborhood, there's a guy there's always a random OSU flag flying, and it's just like they're everywhere. So
sounds like Packer fans.
Yeah.
Can't escape them.
But like Packer fans, like you expect them to see around the Midwest, retirees down in Arizona or Florida or something like that. It does not matter where. Like you can be over probably in Europe and someone's going to be rocking an Ohio State shirt. And you're just going to be like, what's going on? Like they should not. Why is there an Ohio State fan in Madrid right now? But there is. They're everywhere.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one for my brother, who his wife went to University of Texas. TCU, top 4 in the country, at Texas, at Austin. Texas is 6-3.
Yeah.
TCU's undefeated. Texas is picked to win by 7 because they're at home. This one is. Everybody is picking Texas to win on this. So, Sam, I'm curious what you're going to do.
Yeah, let's leave it to the expert here.
Yeah, definitely taking TCU.
It seems obvious, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason Texas should be favored. TCU is undefeated. They've played many of the same teams that Texas had. Except for TCU hasn't lost to any of them, and Texas has lost to 3 of them. I don't understand why they feel home field advantage is that much, but I'm with Sam. I'm going to go Frogs, and they do. I don't know why. Maybe they just do this. This is a horned frog, by the way, Sam.
Didn't you guys do that earlier? I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah. No, TCU, horned frogs. And it's not just that crazy lady. I love how I'm doing this with every syllable. It's just, but what if just turn on the game a little bit? Their student section, everyone's just doing this, and you're just like, again.
It looks like you just have arthritis.
Yeah. I'm trying to point. I'm trying to do this.
Yep, arthritis.
But we got that arthritis. Someone showed me a video. Oh, we have a running joke. Not to get off. Yeah, I'm going to get off topic.
Yeah, I got a
running joke in orthopedic that if anyone has any pain, it's never like muscle tears or anything. What it actually is, I just got the arthritis. I got the arthritis in my knuckles. I got my arthritis in my shoulders, my knees, my hips, my back. I got arthritis in my neck, like just riddled with arthritis. And you're like, no, you have a rotator cuff tear. Like it's not and so so everyone, whenever they're dealing with someone difficult, they're like, yeah, they got the arthritis. They got it bad.
Josh, I thought you were going to go back to the College World Series with that lady in the stands.
Yeah. They say, you give him the eye. She's a crazy, crazy woman, Sam.
It was still, when you think about it, everybody's cheering. They're going nuts. It's finally calm. She stands up.
Yeah. And like we thought the arthritis with the hand. It's like, I'm like, no one else is doing this. But yeah, she was a maniac. And she was like 58, and everyone was like, why? Like, she doesn't even go here type of mentality. But she was diehard TCU. So I bet you she's giving them the Horned Frogs this coming weekend. You better believe it.
This game, going back to our picks, this is going to be an entertaining game to watch on Saturday night. I think
it's going to be awesome.
A lot of scoring. TCU has the number 4 offense in the country versus Texas 74 defense. Algorithm has TCU by 2.
So is College Game Day going to be in Austin?
I have not checked that yet.
Because, yeah, I mean, not that it makes a difference of, who I'm picking. I think TCU is going to win without a doubt. But it seems like it'd be a good College Game Day location.
Yeah, let's see.
Gotta be announced by now. It's so weird, Sam, because we usually do our podcast on like Thursdays. But thanks to he's over here for me. But thanks to Dean over there. He wants to come down and visit me in person. Very, very selfish of him.
Well, we could have done it tomorrow night.
So my dad did offer to come down and hang out with us, but it would be my wife and I's anniversary. So we said that's probably not a good idea.
Invite Dad.
Yeah, but just hey, do you want a third wheel? It'll be super fun. We have a new restaurant we're gonna go to. You're gonna love it.
I thought for sure you'd want to hang out with me, but oh well. Yeah. It is in game day is in Austin.
Yeah, understandable. So yeah, I was gonna say, didn't want to have Dad hang out with me and the missus for our anniversary. Not this year, at least. Crazy stuff. And yeah, so then he has to come down on Thursdays. So just kidding, Dad. We are excited to have you down.
We have there could be some diversity. There's a lot of diversity in our picks right now.
Yeah.
How do you like that? How I sprinkled a school term into the college pick'em?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm intrigued and nervous all at the same time. Because I've been enjoying the overall leader, but one thing I've learned over the years of doing this, it never really stays. Like no matter how far the leader gets ahead, I mean, just the law of averages just clears it out right away. So
and Adam got 3 right last week. So
oof.
Yeah, not good.
So well, this has been awesome, kid. I get to see you twice in 1 week.
I know. It's been very fun.
And Josh, I get to see you twice in 1 week. This is all good stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Some would say you're living the dream.
I am. I'm so lucky.
Absolutely. Well,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, I'm glad you brought your expertise to the show. Without a doubt, we needed it this week.
And I'm worried, are you going to be able to make it to bed now? Because this is This is getting pretty late.
Yeah, I'm pretty sucked into the election coverage, so it might be a late one for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, we were supposed to vote today?
you voted.
Did I?
You voted.
I was gonna say that is the easiest way. I wish I would have sold it better. I did vote, Sam. Before you think
That's
anything,
good. I was like, you voted.
I was trying to get a
you got the teacher look.
I was I was trying to get a reaction out of my dad because he's
You
like, no matter,
voted.
I don't
Oh,
care
I
how
played-
you vote, just go vote and
Yeah.
everything like that. So I was trying to get a reaction out of him, but you that was even better.
My eyes
Yes.
got like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hey,
a good friend of ours,
yeah.
family friend of Darla and I started teaching with his wife. We were both first year teachers in Cannon Falls way back. And he is a smart aleck on Snapchat. And Sam, I mean, we should get you, Freds, to both of you. You would enjoy it. And he gets on today and he goes, I don't know what the deal is with all this election fraud and stuff. He goes, it's legit. And he puts I voted sticker on his shirt. He goes, everybody knows it's legit. And he puts a second one on. What's the big deal?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
Absolutely. No. I did my part. I went and I voted today, and it was whipping up dinner before the podcast, and I said, I'm gonna get Dean, and I'm gonna tell him that you know what, I didn't think my vote counted, and I was running late, and I needed to get dinner ready.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah.
Gotta get out of the car. Don't want to do that.
Well, you're so lucky though, compared to grad school, your vote actually does count now.
It does. Yeah. Pretty comical. A Democratic vote in the state of Alabama. Yeah.
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 Just leave it
I
at
could've-
that.
I could have had 100,000 and it wouldn't have made a dent. So no, I was very happy. I was gonna say Stewartville is amazing. Just because it's a smaller town, which means I don't have to wait in line. And I mean, it's just one location, and we just get in. There's always polite people there. I always thank them because they've been there all day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, can I make this person laugh or something like that today? So a couple older ladies, I got some smirks. So I said, I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, I know, right? I'm away with the older women, apparently. No, I just kept telling them, I said, thank you so much for being here. And I know you're probably here all day and everything like that. So don't you worry, both did my vote.
Okay.
And life is good. Yeah. Whew. Now we can go to sleep tonight.
Okay, now we can end the podcast.
Now we can end the podcast. Voting night aside, Sam's amazing. She makes her decisions fast, to the point, and I hope you have a great week with a lot of right picks.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, you guys. And Adam's very much looking forward to watching this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, Adam,
Good.
hang on. You better bring your A game.
Yeah.
I
All right.
hope he likes my picks.
We'll find it. Yeah, you show them afterwards, and then we'll see. But what we always do, we just put our hand in front of the camera because we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna say sports
great.
stalls on 3, Sam.
Okay.
We do a little bit like this. All right, here we go. Sports stalls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sports
Sports
stalls.
stall.
So.